Yeah,
Uh,
we can yeah, let me get on.
okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, leaders. Thank you for joining. We get started now. Okay, I think we're here. So we have our opening prayer that'll be done by the Secretary General of the AC, Honorable Johnson, uh, Quinetta Johnson. If you are here, you can just open us in prayer, please.
Yes, thank you, Honorable. Let us bow as I open us. Father, in Jesus' name, we commit this meeting into your hands. We pray that you take control. Let understanding, wisdom reveal. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Thank you for the opening prayer. We have welcome remark, and that will be done by Honorable Moba, the chairman of the AC.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to say again, thank you everybody. Thank you for making yourself available. We really appreciate all of you who are available to serve as judge for AC and the debate. Some of you have a lot of experience, and some of you are very new. And that means some of you will be learning, and while some of you will be sharing. So, whatever capacity you're in, we highly appreciate you. Just make yourself available. We will subsequently go into the technical stuff like the structuring, the format, and the criteria and scoring system that you have to go through. But what I want to share with you now, I think generally what we expect of you is that by all means, we appreciate you, but want you to by all means avoid any appearance of conflict of interest throughout the process. From the beginning, we start today until the end, the game. So appearance of conflict of interest can come in many ways. So we hold you as judge responsible for not creating the situation. Say, for example, your girlfriend's in another city, but she's on a team, on another team. We want you as a responsible judge to avoid anything like a conflict of interest. But then all the technical stuff they will go through, I think, uh, Marcus, Honorable Marcus, and the president will go through most of the technical aspects. So I really appreciate all of you for making yourself available. And then thank you again. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Chair on the AC. So we just go shortly to our introduction. We are speeding up because we need long time for our scoring sheet so that we all can have enough time to understand. So introduction, I will just call out people to make it as fast as possible. So we'll start with the national president, Honorable Blood.
Yeah, Olana Tia Blah here in 19 City. Thank you.
Okay, we have ASP. I know it's ASP. ASP. Okay, Honorable Jesse, you can go ahead, please.
Uh, I'm I'm Jesse S. Node, member of the Judiciary Board at LSUIC. I'm in Wuhan City.
All right. Thank you. We have the chair on AEC, Honorable Moba.
I'm Christian Mobile, chairman of AEC. Thank you so much.
All right, Honorable Doe, Honorable Confident, Honorable Doe, you can go ahead, please.
Confidence as though from Harbin.
All right, Enoch.
Yes, Enoch from Jinnah, member of the AEC.
The law, can go ahead, Chief.
Uh, Good evening, esteemed colleagues. Koko Wejila here. It's a pleasure to learn from you all. Thank you.
All right.
Kukura, the former law and the law again. I mean, a former law.
Honorable Wilson, you can go ahead, please.
Good evening, everyone. Jenkins Wilson is my name. National Deputy Secretary General, LSUIC.
All right, thank you. At the JB1, you can go ahead, Chief.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Moses Kinswa Flomo from Jilin Province.
All right, that's the JB1. Honorable Johnson, Quinetta D. Johnson, you can go ahead, please.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Konita D. Johnson, Secretary General AC.
All right, and we have Honorable Fridetta. I'm sorry if I get your name wrong. Yini, you can go ahead, please.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Fred Ethel Yeni from Jilin Province.
All right, Louisa iPhone, you can go ahead, please.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Louise Antoinette Williams from Changsha City. Thank you.
Okay, ASP, I don't know who the person is, but if you are available, you can now introduce yourself. Okay.
Hello, you guys hear me? ASP.
Okay, yes, we can hear you now, yes.
Oh, okay. Aaron Pittman from Guangzhou.
Oh, okay. All right. And I'm Marcos Sipo Jensen, will be serving as the head judge for this year's Academic Excellence Committee presidential debate, presidential and city debate. I'm based in Suzhou. All right, let's go quickly to our discussion. Let me stop sharing and then share the file. So I guess the file has been sent before and in the judges group, and we've all seen it. But let's just run through it as quick as possible. And if there's a need to play some of the doubts that we might have, we can address that very quickly. All right. This is the rule, or these are the rules for the debate. And the prizes are very clear, 700 for the first winner, and we might not go into that in depth. So the guideline, I will just run through that very fast, so probably you can just follow. I perceive that almost all of us have read this before. So the guideline, we have two teams, probably two cities or just two teams. And the two cities cannot have the same name. Each city will have two speakers per round or per game. We have the first speaker, the second speaker, and then we also have individual crossfire, and that will be done by the judges. The head judge will regulate the individual crossfire, and then we have the grand crossfire. A speaker cannot start the game, just in case probably the game is about to start, and then this team has only one speaker. That person cannot start, the game cannot start. But during the game, if a single speaker can continue, that means maybe if the other speaker internet has problem or there's a problem, and then only one person, that person can continue. The speaker must enter the Zoom with their registered name. And I think the AEC will also make that very clear to the debaters. If both speakers cannot enter the Zoom platform after the prep time, which is 3 minutes, an additional 5 minutes will be given. And if the speaker fails to enter the platform after the additional time, the point will be given to the other city. And if both cities cannot enter the Zoom platform as indicated on the fixture, an additional 5 minutes will be given after the 5 minutes. And if both cities still cannot enter, the city will forfeit the point. So during the game, no interference while the opponent is speaking. That's something the judges have to regulate properly with the judges. We have to regulate properly to make sure that we have a debate, not fighting, a professional academic debate, not just argument. And no introduction of new arguments during the. Oh, am I being heard?
Are we?
You
Yeah,
are a bit low.
We hear
You
you,
are too
Bowie.
low.
sometimes high, sometimes low.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, join my phone. Sorry, guys. Can yeah, my computer. I can't even. Sorry, Prazo, can you please just remove me and then let me join my phone, and then
Oh,
you can just help me clear the room from your end, please. I'm facing a little problem here.
all right.
Yes, I will join my phone.
Okay. Yep, he has been removed. Let's give him a few seconds to rejoin, but in the meantime, welcome. Let me see if I can share the rules quickly. Just a minute.
Being heard?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, I think this is okay. I will just go to
And
my
I think
phone.
one judge just joined us. So perhaps you can introduce yourself. And then let me put.
Okay, George, can you please introduce yourself, please?
My name is Alfonla in Alex. Studying at Nephew in Harbin, and I've been here for like 5 months now. And it's a privilege to join you all to judge our upcoming debate. And I hope we all will work together to give our free and fair debate scores and everything. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And Honorable Yasia is also here. You can just introduce yourself, please.
Okay, I'm sorry I had to join a little late because I was facing some technical problems. As you can see, I had to switch my gadget. Am I being heard?
Yes, sure. I can hear you.
Okay, I'm D. Omario Yasia. I'm from Zhejiang province, Jinhua city. Of course, the coordinator emeritus of Zhejiang province. And I'm also glad to join this platform again. I just want to say a big thank you to the administration, the NEC, and the organizers of this very important debate. I'm pleased to be here, and I hope we can, deliver a very wonderful game. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. So we were. When you check in the judges group, you will see the rules already there. We just trying to run over them as quick as possible, just to get us familiar with the rules. Okay, I'll just.
Should I continue sharing or you will share now?
You can just continue sharing, but I'll read from my, because it's a little bit small from my phone. So I was where we had number 2 during the game. So we said no interference, and the judges, especially the head judge, will be the one to regulate that so that we have a professional debate. Because we will have people watching, especially some people from out of China, so that the debate can be properly an academic debate, not just argument. And no introduction of new argument during a summary speech. Improper language will not be tolerated. That's something that we will take very seriously. And speakers should respect the time allotted to them. Prep time can be used before or after speeches. So they can decide, the player can determine when they want to use their prep time, and the judges will set the timer. and the evidence must have reliable sources. So if the speakers are giving their speech, probably if they have evidence, they can send to the group, and the AEC will send to the judges group. Number three, we have the rules of cities. Uh, the pro team. So once we are listening to the debate as judges, the team that will be the pro team, the burden of proof in advancing the motion. These are key things that we'll be looking out for once we are judging. The pro team, the burden of proof in advancing the motion has to define the motion and also can present a solution or model to the issue of the topic, present substantive arguments as well. For the coin team, we'll be looking at to give them score based on to cast a doubt on the pro's argument, should present substantive arguments of their own and provide a counter model or an alternative. So here is the structure of because there are times any of us can be the head judge to regulate the debate. So here is the format for uh, the order of the speaking for the debate. So the first speaker will give the constructive speech for team A, probably team B. The first speaker also gave constructive speech. And then after that, the first two speakers will go for crossfire. That will be 6 minutes. And the time will be clearly regulated by the judges, especially the head judge. And then after we have the second speaker that will do the rebuttal speech for 5 minutes, and the second speaker for the next team will also do. And then we have the crossfire for both second speakers. And we have the first speaker's summary speech, the both first speakers summary speech, and then all players grant crossfire. After that, we have the second speaker final focus speech for 5 minutes, and then the second speaker final focus speech for 5 minutes for the other team as well. And total, we'll have 1 hour for our debate. So we have, I just want to run quickly to the judge's responsibility. Like the AEC chair, Dr. Moba said, we'll have to carry out a free, fair, and transparent decision making when it comes to judging. The AEC will do her best to make sure that the judges allotted to game probably might not be from that city, hopefully. But even if you are from the city, we are trusting your honesty or our honesty. I'm also a judge. So the judge's responsibility we have here, be attentive and not part of the debate. So let me just run through this very fast. That means whether you know the actual truth of this topic, your part is just to be attentive, to be willing to be convinced based on what the debaters are saying, not that you have a set mind on what the correcting is, and then you say, even though these guys can try to explain anything they want to explain, but I know what the truth is. And impartial does not have pre-informed view about the motion, as we just said. Willing to be persuaded, not sentimental, be constructive, time every speech during the debate, don't interfere during speeches or crossfire. Based on that, I think for the ballot, the scoring system, it will be handled by the president. So on this note, I will just turn over to the president, President Blow, as he will run us through the next aspect of our meeting. That is the score sheet. President, you there?
Yes,
Right?
before the president come in, I think there are something I want to clear. Maybe if anybody, I don't know if anybody have question, but I have a concern. Can I raise my concern?
Oh, okay. So let's do like this. If anybody has concern, based on what I read or the game rules and like that, you can ask questions. But anything concerning the school, you can wait until the president gets through the presentation. Then any question he will answer from his presentation.
Yeah, my question is based on the rules you just read.
Okay, then go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, particularly for the judges, I think, in my opinion, I, I think you guys can maybe think about this and let's finalize it. For me, my suggestion is that if you because what I want you guys to understand is that most cases it's not the conflict of interest. It's actually the appearance of conflict of interest. So we have to think about if somebody is very biased or against you and trying to make up something. Is there a reasonable doubt that a person can make up? So, in this light, I want to suggest that if you are from a city, for example, you from Shansha City, uh, and Shansha is debating, I believe that you should not be a judge for that day to judge Shansha because it's not about how professional you are. It's about maybe somebody from Beijing will say, okay, no, but that guy is from Shansha, so he's doing it for he make sure you will make sure his city win. And even if you do not make sure, it will try like rock you. Maybe you going against Shansha and you'll not be impartial because you are trying your best to make everybody see, oh, you are against this thing. So you shouldn't be against anything. Even for your own team, you shouldn't make everybody think that you will be impartial. So the appearance of conflict of interest is my concern.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so if you see, that's why the AC Planning Committee for this debate, we try to get judges from various cities, various provinces. So we will do our best to make sure, the AEC, I mean, to make sure that once once there's a game from your city, for example, I'm from Sujo. If Sujo is playing, that I won't be one of the judges that day. We will do our best in that light as well. Thanks for the suggestion as well. The law, I'm seeing your hands up. Your hand up. You can go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, quickly. I'm on a train, so hopefully my background is not too good. You can interrupt me at any time. I've followed for quite some time, not so long in the group, and let me appreciate the AEC. As I forge along to arrange this event, a lot of good, perfect, excellent suggestions. At the end of the day, we should understand that what we should understand the purpose of this debate and the vision of the president and the leadership of LSUIC to see this debate go through. So, what I respect, I appreciate, and I admire the many concerns to erect checkpoints here and there. I don't know where it may be applied, but keeping it simple and not to complicate things for yourself too much so that those who handling the debate, they don't get too complicated for everyone and it may not go the way we all expect. So to just keep it simple, make a few changes, improve bit by bit. Maybe certain things you cannot change this year, you can do it next year, and small, it keeps improving. Instead of making a large or huge change from there. So if you have like 10 things to change this year, probably you can do 5, and maybe next year you can introduce the other 5 and pass it on to the next leadership because changing everything may make it a bit more complicated. There's a word of a caution for everyone. What may seem simple may be way more difficult. And I'll close on this note. I remember the last time when the judges were trying to prepare, Honorable Blow had arranged a teaching session. There were people who did not attend because they felt I was just excel. It was easy. And during the time for the delivery, it was just a mess because they felt it was that easy. And they looked down and they didn't take heed to some of those things. And it became a little bit of embarrassment, although it became a source at the end. So I'm just saying this to say, a certain level of change may undermine the actual intent of this initiative. So as a donor, let's just be a bit meticulous, But so far, to be honest, that's just a word of caution for the team. I hope it's taking good faith.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, sure. Honorable Nole, you can go ahead, please.
Thank you so much, Honorable Royalty. Yes, from my point of view, I want us to a bit look at the issue of crossfire. I think the judges is one of our responsibilities to maintain a quorum, to maintain that the process is free, fair, and that we can have a successful end. So first there, I don't know as to whether we can change that nomenclature of crossfire, and if possible, we can a bit discuss the way forward during the process of cross firing or during the process of cross deliberations on the subject matter, how to proceed. Maybe we can have a discussion how we can go about, because cross firing or cross deliberation requires both parties giving their points and ideas, or maybe we as judges, we have to be particular around that. So that's my suggestion. Maybe we can look around that. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you also. So probably, and normally the crossfire is just after the both speakers finish giving their speech. Maybe if you have questions for what, based on what the person said before, you can ask them or clarify what you said before. But yeah, we'll look into that as well. Maybe the AC will respond to that in subsequent time. Anybody wants to say something before we call the president to? I'm not seeing any hand up. Okay, so now we turn over to the national president, Honorable Olano Tieblo. President?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, you can go ahead, please.
Honorable Nara, you're talking about the nomenclature to be changed. What is your recommendation, and probably what's the reason for the change? It is because of fire, or what exactly are we trying to?
Well, the nomenclature crossfire is almost like a tension, a rising tension. So it's a debate. So maybe we can say cross deliberation or cross examination on the subject matter. So that's what I'm suggesting.
Okay, so cross examination. Okay, we'll look into that. All right. And another point I was also talk about was the issue on tie, or when the game go into a draw. I think you saw the comment from me on what we can do, and we can just go into another session or another round of 2 minutes for us to be convinced, because there will actually be audience vote. Last year there was the introduction of audience vote, so that way encourage the people who will be joining to also know that they will be a part of the decision making. So the audience vote is also part of the process. There will be a pool launch from Zoom, and everybody on Zoom at a time will have the chance to vote for which team they think did extremely well. And there's a point also for that. we'll talk about it as we move along. Honorable Jenkins Wilson, are you available?
Yeah.
Can you see the breakout room? Can you see that notification of the breakout room?
Let me check my phone now. No.
Because I want you to be looking at it. Some of the COC member can add and drop, so I can be sending them back and forth. But if you can see it, then you can handle it. If you can, I will keep checking it as we move along.
Yes, I'm seeing the notification of the broker room.
Okay, just click on it. Currently, we are at 16. So if you see 17, that means there's a new person that have joined. So you just check in the list and assign them. In the far right corner, you see assign to. You click on it. Just click on room 1.
I don't know where the fuck is what they are.
Room 1. But I'll keep checking just in case. Probably the person might even unmute himself.
Okay.
This suggestion from
I'll keep checking.
okay, thank you. This suggestion from Honorable Talo on the issue of having 5 judges per game, in which we still go with the same 3 judges, but then 2 will be doing the fact checking. I don't know how. If they do the fact checking, will they let us know through the WeChat group, since they will not have anything to do with the scoring system? Will this let us know through the chat session, through the WeChat group that, oh, this person presented is wrong, and we can now make decision on it? I don't know what the body think about it before we go to the scoring aspect. Should we consider this, or the judges should just continue? If they can check the facts as the game going on, we give them a chance. Honorable Yasia, I think your hand is up. Honorable Yasia, I'm seeing your hand is raised.
Yeah, Honorable President.
Yeah,
thanks for the recognition. So I also read the recommendation that Talo, posted. And I think that's something crucial we should really pay attention to, because even though we have audience votes, but the judges vote is very crucial. And again, for this game or for this debate, is mostly about a learning process. So I think it is important that the other 2 judges be doing fact checking, so that if there's maybe lapses in the information that has been provided, the judges that are doing the checking can just highlight it in the WeChat group, and then the 3 judges that carry on the game can take key on that, and if it is something to highlight for educational purpose, that can be done before the wrong information go out there.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Honorable Chairperson, Dr. Mobile, your hand is raised. You can go ahead.
Yes, sir. This point is crucial, but then before everybody give their contribution, here's what happens most of the time. The debaters will most of the time give us evidence and give us their resources, where they got their findings from. Now we will post those findings in the judges group for them to make the decision. Now, the other point is crucial, but how we mechanically execute it. If these 2 judges go and see something that is subtle, how do you contribute or communicate to the 3 judges that are marking the score? And most of the time, debate is not about who is actually or factually right. It's about those who argue the point correctly. So if this person is maybe not inaccurate, but it's not giving actual or substantive evidence, the judges that are doing the research, what will be that role? We need to clearly define the role here before we expect maybe a judge who's doing research give opinion that this is false. Then you expect other judges to follow or not follow. So this is a very crucial point, and is not very, very clear. So if we can properly define the roles of the two judges that will be doing the research and the roles of the additional material that will come in. It will be helpful for this point of the discussion.
Okay, so we will probably hang on it for now. I see another hand is raised.
Hello, Mr. President?
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing 3 other hands are raised. Coming on the Wilson. Okay, you can go ahead. Then we take
Okay,
and
sorry,
yeah,
my background is a little noisy. I'm outside. So I think what Honorable Tyler said is something that is actually good that we should look at. The thing about the fact finding, I don't think it's really about the. I think someone just said the argument area. For example, I think what Honorable Tyler was saying. For example, someone is arguing for instance and saying like maybe for example now say right now the statistics show that there are more gays in for example in a certain region. So if we go check this information and we get to know that the information is wrong, they have nothing to do with the side that the person is defending or if the person is actually pushing an agenda. It just show that that quote unquote information that the debater gave was the information is not accurate. I think that is the essence of this whole fact finding. So it's not really about if the person is actually pushing an idea, but if the person says something, we have to check it and know that if this thing is true, I think we should check it. Or else we were just going to be giving random statement, be giving whole lot of exaggeration and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, so the idea is welcoming, but we're just looking at the mechanical way of doing it. But let's take Honorable Coco and then we take Honorable Aaron. These are 2 hands I can see raised for now. If you want to speak on it, raise your hand. Yeah, Honorable Richard, please go ahead.
Thank you, Excellency. Quickly, I heard the chairman, Dr. Movas, he spoke just now. We were asked to come and help to judge this debate. The technocrats are not the judges. The opportunity was given to the judges to bring suggestions. So who discuss the suggestions and determine the workability of these suggestions, if they are applicable, is the AEC. So whatever you guys decide, you come back and tell us. If our suggestions cannot be used, that's fine. We're just called to anyone who have a problem with that there. I don't know why you're here. Because we're all invited to come and do a piece of job for the AEC to get our program going on. And you gave us the opportunity to bring ideas. We gave you the ideas, go there, discuss with your team. You guys are the technocrats. If you can incorporate it, fine. If you can't incorporate it, come back and bring the result to us and teach us how to use the new system to execute this plan. So I think the AEC should discuss these ideas in their meetings and come back and tell the outcome and teach us how to use the new mechanism. And it will move on from there. Because I close on this note. Everyone on this platform, the judges, are highly opinionated. And trust me, if we start giving all of our opinions, we'll not move from here today. Thank you.
Okay. With Aaron, and then we take lastly on with Luis so that we can get started with this call.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, just to actually speak to this George's issue, most especially when it comes to evidence. I think we all, or maybe the judges that will be serving that day, if people give or maybe reference to something they have read, like Chris said, right? We should make sure we check. To have extra judges, checking for no reason, because if they check, is this check going to influence the score? I don't think so. Yeah. So, like Chris said, he made a very salient point. He said, the debate is about you convincing somebody. It's not even about if you give you can have the actual findings, but you can't be able to convince somebody. So somebody with not the actual findings can convince somebody. Yeah, so I think it's not us adding additional 2 more judges, to exceed them to 5, but it's just about we the judges that will be serving per game, we should counter check. Even if you counter check, right, and you can find more evidence, it still shouldn't. We shouldn't even base on this to grade people. We should base on how well the person is able to articulate to convince the audience, right? Yeah, maybe in the future, what we could do, maybe not this debate, in the future, what we could do, judges can get like 50%, then the audience can get another 50%. Like that, you can make it more balancing, and, even in grading. All of our grading can tally up to 50%, or maybe it can go 75%. Let's just assume like that. Because people can still bribe people to vote for them. In the future, we can think about something like this. If we wanted to be more balanced, and if somebody can be able to tell us why XYZ is this and give us more evidence, the judges that will be serving that day, it is their full duty to counter check. And maybe what we could do, we can maybe extend a little timing for the score, for the overall judge to announce the score. We can just extend the timing. Meaning in that time also we can take to counter check. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think if we have two judges on the side making extra decision that is not going to affect the score, then why are they there? That's what we should consider first. If the decision they are making is going to affect the score, then yeah, we can consider a little bit. But if they're just doing it or just for us to know that probably this person just give this or reference, then I don't think it is really necessary to double the judges, knowing fully well we're not even enough, right? So we should take that into consideration. Thank you, sir.
All right. Let's take Luis. Actually, care two, and then we get started.
Okay, thank you, Honorable President. I have a concern and a recommendation when it comes to the crossfire, where you have note. It said during the crossfire, speaker or cities are asked to ask question within 30 seconds and 30 seconds to respond to the question. My recommendation is I'm asking that you kindly increase the time for responding because it will help them better explain themselves for their own benefits. But I think that 30 seconds is too limited for an individual to express themselves fairly. Yeah, that's my recommendation.
Okay. We will look at that after the crossfire. Okay. It should be 1 minute response time, or what's your recommendation?
Yeah, at least 1 minute is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Got it down. Okay, that's good. So let's get to work. And I hope all of us, for the issue of evidence, is part of the speaker area on the grading aspect. So provide evidence, and that should be supported with cited facts. So it's part of those things that you'll be using to grade the people. And if the other judges that will be on the WeChat platform, they are all checking and they give their feedback, they say, oh no, this information is wrong. Probably we'll all be taking note on WeChat, and we see that all the judges saying is wrong, then we can add upon it. But the committee will get to work and see how we can find a perfect way forward for that. So besides that, also this one was also talked about, but like Honorable Coco said, we'll not take all of the suggestions now. Else it's going to cost a whole lot. So you have to score the people using this range from 20 to 30. You can give 21.5. You can give 28.5. So 0.5 is the only fractional allowed here. 20 is already clear here for all of us to read. So if you think the person did extremely well, then you can give them something in this range. 29, 30, in that range. It's the same thing if even if you put it on a 100 scale, giving the person 100 or giving the person 99, it's still the same thing here. So 230, it still doesn't hurt. I think that was another suggestion from Agotala, but it's just the same concept. Nothing more, nothing less. But just know that whatever score you are giving is in the area. And that's the reason why on the score sheet, we're able to work on some of these things. So let me start sharing and share the score sheet. I hope we have all answered the sheet, which I'm not sure of because I've only received, I think, five requests for people to join or access the sheet. And that was from Aaron, Confidence Doe, Tyler, I think, and two other persons, but they used their WPS ID. So we'll figure that out later on. So try to answer the sheet in advance. We beg you, so that you don't get closer to the debate time and then you trying to fix things. Like what Honorable Coco said, you must see the Excel interface and consider it to be maybe something so easy for you, but it is not. So please try to answer the sheet in advance. So we're just going to use one sheet for the test. Honorable Kings, for your hand is raised. I will give you the chance to speak before we get started.
Yeah,
So
President, it's just a quick question. Maybe some of us don't know how to access the sheet. For me, I did it last year, but can you just give an overview of how to do that, please?
okay, all you have to do is to click on the one I was sharing in the group, the score sheet I was sharing in the group, that Excel file. Click on it. When you try to read anything there, it will tell you to request access. Once you click on it, then I will get a notification. And once
Yeah,
it is
I requested access, but I was taken back to the old sheet.
yeah, the old sheet is the same thing, which is this one.
With the
So
one,
what will happen is we have to work on the naming.
oh,
The naming
okay.
of the WPS. I think probably still carrying your WPS ID, so I don't see the name. But I will
Yeah,
tell you shortly what we have. And then anyone have any problem, we can do a one-on-one after here to fix the issue of your WPS or you accessing the sheet. If you got any problem, I can be able to work with you beginning tonight, tomorrow, until the debate day to fix that problem. But please don't do it
thank
on the day itself.
you.
All right. So I can see Honorable Coco still have access because you've been a judge before. I can still see here he's active. And even yourself, if you're looking at the screen now, you see that whatever a particular judge moves, you see the notification here. And so many things were added. This time, probably before the game, the head judge or myself, I will always be available. When the game is going on, I'll always be available to let you know that you are not entering your score or certain thing is going wrong. I will always be available. And please check the WeChat group. I will always be available to give feedback to all of us in that WeChat group. That includes also Honorable Royalty will also be there, and every other person will be there. So please check in the WeChat group always. We'll give you feedback because all of us will be seeing this sheet, but all of us cannot make decision on the sheet. For example, I've assigned this entire area. I assigned it to Josh Enoch. Since Tyler is not here now, I want him to try, but I'm going to assign it to Honorable Coco, and this one, Honorable Confidence, though if you are there, I'm going to assign this one to you now. It's already assigned to you, but I'm going to assign this one to Honorable Coco so that you guys can test it, and then others will be able to see. So let me change that quickly. Don't worry, your job is just easy. You'll not be touching all of these things. You just have to input your score and give your comment if you want. And that should be also, we handle that part. This guy is taking time. Always. Okay. So these are all the judges that currently have access. All the judges are the ones that currently have access. Those are access of recent, like Confidence Doe, Enoch, Moriacia, Tyler. These two accounts, Washing, I know who's this person, and this other WPS, I don't know who this person. So we got to fix the issue of these other people that have WPS. I think there's one for Gerald. So we got to fix this one. So let's put, who I wanted to add to that place. I call somebody name. Okay, one of Coco. Okay, so you should have access to that area now. Where we have Tyler, I'm going to remove it and put your name there. Okay. So the other judges, please try to see if you can, the judges that was added to these various areas, please try to see what you can do. But to all of us, when the game is starting, like you see here, game day 1, game 1, and there's a topic. Religion should be studied in school to provide shama. So this is a topic. We will change this topic in advance, or if you yourself can also change it. This one don't have any restriction. Any of the 3 judges can do that. But the AAC will also be working with you guys to just change most of these things so you don't have much work to do. For game 1, if we already know that the 2 cities that will be debating for game 1, we'll even help you to change it. All you'll be doing now is the issue of, okay, somebody just requested access, is the issue of pro and con. So you will just change the issue on your pro and con. That is after the con is toast, and we'll show you how to do that. What the AAC will do tomorrow with the debaters, since we have limited time, is for us to just decide the topic, do the fixture, decide the pro and the con for the first round. As the debate will go to semi-final, quarterfinal, by that time the debaters, they are already open with the system. So the pro and con will be decided during the game. But maybe the first phase or the first games, all these ones will be set already. They will all be set. So you don't have to change anything here except entering your score. That will be the only thing you have to do. So you'll be assigned here like J1, J2, J3. You'll be assigned to these areas. Only you can make changes to that particular area. That is why we need the WPS ID to be changed to your name. Only you will have access to that area. You can change any other thing on the sheet, but when it comes to the score, only you will have access to it. Only you have access to it. So let us try to do it quickly. Honorable Coco, Honorable Confidence Doe, can you guys confirm? Honorable Enoch, try to delete score from there first. Try to move out of the scores. Let me see something. Honorable Enoch, I can see you there at 24. Try to see if you can delete it or maybe change the score from 24 to something. Okay. Oh, so that's working for him. And if you look at the bottom of the sheet, so the first half here is for all of the speakers in the speaking order. It's arranged already in that order. So it's not like you have to enter the first score and then you come here and enter another score. No. After the first speaker, for example, Nanton, after Nanton first speaker finish speaking on a constructive speech, then you put a score here for the person. You can just scroll the mouse down. The next person that should be speaking is Xi'an, first speaker. So like that, then you go back up again. First speaker, crossfire, in that order. You come back down again. First speaker, crossfire, just like that. Just like that until the game is over. So you give one here, you scroll down, you give the other one when the person probably is at the end of their speech or when they complete a speech. And when we go a little bit down, all of these analysis area, you don't have any right to do anything here. It's going to calculate it all by itself. So these ones, you can decide to read them if you want to make your your results interesting, because for each of the game there will be different head judge. You have 3 judges per game. Among the 3 of them, one person will be the head judge for that day. And that one person will be the one announcing the score. Though the other 2 judges will come in to give whatever comments they have on the overall. On the overall, you come to give your comment. After giving your comment, then the head judge will now come, give his own comment or her own comment, and then read the final score. In reading the final score, you see like Judge 1 and Judge 2 total score is this. Judge 1 and Judge 3 total score is this. Judge 2 and Judge 3 total score is this. All 3 judges total score is this. So that way you, as you'll be reading, the total score for each team, for example, Judge total score for pro, all of the judges, for Judge 1, there's the total score for pro. For Judge 2, there's also the total score for the pro and Judge 3. Similar thing for the con, and then the overall total for that judge for both teams is right here. You break it down like that. Then the winner decision, we had some arguments. I think Verman is here. I think she should be in the COC meeting. I'm seeing a movement from one of Verman. Let me put her back in the meeting. Okay. So what you see, -3 and +3. +3 is in favor of the con. Because if you check carefully, the pro score here is 163 and the con score here is 166. The difference here is just 3. So that means from Judge 1, the con won the debate for Judge 1 with the margin of 3. So you focus on the positive margin. For Judge 2, the con team also won the debate with the margin of 12 because the pro has 169 and the con has 181. So the margin of 12. The same thing for Judge 3, 171 and 170, the difference of just 1. So the pro team was the only, the pro team won for Judge 3. So with this, they even gave you the clue that the con team already won this debate because 2 judges already went in favor of the con team. But if you go down a little bit, the system will automatically calculate this con win, and pro win. As you enter in the score, it will do a thing it's supposed to do and tell you the final decision for the particular judge. Though you have the numerical differences, you also have it in word. You come here, you see con wins, pro wins. So you have for 2 judges, the con won the debate. And the pro total score is 503. The con total score is 517. Also, it gives you another decision here as well. Pro lost with 505 points. Con wins with 520 points. Everything is already here for you. You don't have to tap it. You don't have to change anything or input anything. The only thing you have to do here is just input the score and you leave by your business. The audience vote is 2 and 3. So 3, when you finish checking when the voting pool is released on Zoom, everybody will vote. The 2 teams name will be there. When they finish voting, we'll see that this team have the highest point. We disregarding how many persons were on the platform. If there were 30 persons were there, 100 persons were there, but the majority of them voted for Team A, then automatically Team A got 3 points. So that's when you will have to tap it yourself. The system will not tap it because they don't know from Zoom what's the decision there. So that's when you'll be the one changing it. You'll be the one changing it in this area because the system don't know the vote from Zoom. But remember, it's just 2 and 3. If the majority of the people voted for the con team, as in a case, maybe I think it's Nanton or Xi'an, you just gave here 3 points. Automatically, you gave 2 points to the other side. It will also do the calculation for here as well. So for example, there are 2 and 3 here. If we switch it and give the pro team 3 and give the other people 2, you will see that the score here also changed. For the audience vote, pro decision is now become 506 and the con is 519. So as you change it, it will change. Any changes you make up here, it will also reflect down. It will also reflect down. And everybody monitoring. On one of the debates, the head judge make a wrong pronouncement in one of the games. But then when she make the pronouncement, we all were following. As judges, now we know what was the score, the final decision. So when she announced, and then we automatically, everybody in the WeChat group for the judges, and said, no, the other team won. And with the courage, and as always, I'll always admire the courage that day. And I'm sure all of the judges did. Because imagine after announcing somebody that they win, and then you have to come back to say, oh no, there was a mistake in the pronouncement. This team actually won. So that's why number one is isn't available, because somebody might say, oh no, I'm cheating. So you have now this platform to give you a breakdown of everything. And once that debate, that game is over, you as the judge will now have access to the sheet again. Like you can't edit anything. All of the past games, no judges or no judge can come here and edit anything. Even if you were assigned to that particular game, you can't change anything again. Once the pronouncement is made, that game is over. I will automatically come here and log that sheet. You will be able to view it, but you can't change anything because the audience have already been informed that this was the total score, this was the total score. So nobody will have that ability to change anything again. That's what we have. And I will stop here for questions, if any. Can I be heard, or I was just talking by myself? Hello?
Yes, you are heard. We can hear you.
Okay.
You have been heard.
All right. Any other question before we go to another part of this thing that we have the judges? Any question, or is all clear? All right. I don't think there is a question. Well, let me check the chat session. Okay, there's nothing there. No hand is raised. If there's any, please let me know, but I can't see any hand raised. If it is all clear, then we can. If it is clear, you just send one in the chat session, at least so that we know you're following. Please send one in the chat session, all of the judges, if you are following, or everyone on the platform right now. Please send one so that we know you're following and things are clear. Before we leave them here and then. But if you have any problem at any point in time, just let me know on WeChat, and I will stay with you to solve that problem until you can get full understanding of everything. Apart from this, you might need to use other things. So let me see if the other screen can show here. Which screen you guys are seeing? Okay. There are other websites that you might want to familiarize yourself with in the event where you have to do anything of such. There are different timer websites online, so you can find whatever that best suits you. But then I will suggest this one is much easier. This one is much easier. So you can be able to customize it however way you want it. I will send a link in the debaters group, so you can always go there and visit the site and try it. So here you can see, if you click here on the settings, you can add like the motion or whatever topic, and then the timer. In that sheet, we told you like first speaker is 5 minutes, other one is 5 minutes, so you can specify it. If you want to give a grace period, maybe like seconds or a minute, like now it's 30 seconds, 15 seconds, it's up to you. At any point in time, you can pause it. You can pause the time, you can play the time. Once the timer is already out, you will also get a notification and there will be an alarm or the sound. Let's put it on 30 seconds. And then no grace period on your own. So you can just come here and play it. Oops, come here, let me see you. I think I get 30 seconds here. 30 minutes here. So what's the seconds area? 30 seconds. Just put it in the 10 seconds. So you can always come here and then try it and see what it can do for you. So this will be the only screen and of being portrayed. So you hear the sound. I already disabled my sound. I'm sharing from my computer and the sound is not being shared. So however, you would hear the sound and you also see the screen showing like this. So everybody will see it. Even the person who's speaking will also see it and they'll know that the time is already out. They will also use this one, but you can use the spinning wheel, for example. Maybe when we reach to the quarterfinal and semifinal area, we'll not tell them which position they have. Probably they might know the topic for that day, but then we will not tell them which position, if they are pro or con, if they are for or against the motion. So when it comes, you as a head judge, you will now have this spinning wheel here, and then you spin it. You put it out of the two status name. You can change it and put a two status name, or you have scholar A. You can just change it and put maybe set the A. And then set the B. And after spinning it, if that particular set shows up, then that set automatically become the head. So just remove this guy from here. Okay. So set A shows up. When it comes like this, you not give set A, just set A that you are the pro. Or you give them a chance. Do you want to be the pro or the con? So the A already show up here. So do you want to be the pro or the con? So the A will not tell you, I want to be the pro. Automatically, the other team become the con. Now the other team have the advantage to choose if they want to go as first speaker or second speaker. So the person that will show up here first have the advantage to choose if they want to go as pro or con for the motion or against the motion. Since the other person didn't win, to decide if they want to speak first or they want to speak second. So as this is going on, the other judge can just go quickly. That all of these will be resolved from the commission. For qualifying and semi-final, you'll be doing these things. So just get to know about it. So once team do you want to go as pro or con? Once team is want to go as con, go to the score sheet. Go to the score sheet, just change that particular certain name, I mean their position. Any of the three judges can get. So please cross-check that. We'll also be following to cross-check as well. Please always use the WeChat group. We'll always be there to give feedback. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. All that is needed is your cooperation. That's all we need. I will stop here. And if there are any more questions, then we can talk about it. If not, then I think I'll turn it over to the chairperson if we have anything to say before we leave. I see no hand is raised. Also, can anybody hear me? Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See
Yes, yeah.
what's going on. Okay, I think no questions. So, number chairman, you can come in if you have anything. Or the head judge, Honorable Jensen, can come in